Alright everybody, welcome back to our Baldur's Gate 3 Let's Play. Last time we were looking for evidence of the Selûnite resistance that happened about 100 years ago in-game. And we found it. We found evidence of a temple existing underneath someone's home, just right outside the Last Light Inn. We also found some information pertaining to Thaniel, who is supposedly the spirit of the Shadowlands, or the Moonrise Towers area, and he supposedly will help us lift the Shadow Curse. So we're gonna go talk to Halsin about him, because Halsin was the one who told us about Daniel in the first place. And I figured we killed two birds with one stone and do a long rest here. But first, it looks like Karlach has something to say to us.
Oh my god, soldier. That's Jaheira. The Jaheira.
You know her?
Not personally. I mean, I wish. She's an absolute legend. Years ago, over a century, Jaheira was part of a group that saved Baldur's Gate from Saravok, a Baalsport trying to plunge the city into war. My mum used to tell us stories about them. The legends who protected the city from evil. She said Jaheira was a powerful druid. Adamant. Tough. I've told myself those stories 1,000 times since. I never thought I'd meet Jaheira. She's a hero, and I was always some outer city kid. Can't believe she wants to talk to us about working together. What a day!
So I think that canonically you are supposed to kind of in your head play that the other companions that you're not taking with you, like fighting in combat and stuff and walking around with you, are indeed there with you. At least that's kind of like the mindset you should have. It seems like Karlach and even Will often has stuff to say, even though they're not physically there, as far as we can see. This is a weird bug. We're standing in water where we're not. Alright, Halsin.
You wish to speak?
There's a flaming fist at last light. The curse has left him insensible, but he's muttering about a boy named Thaniel.
He is? Then I must see him. Insensible or not, he knows something. I will go to see him at once. Join me when you can.
Perfect. So Halsin can leave the camp. Look an absolute Giga Chat. Look at the way he walks. Look how tall he is compared to our character. He's so much taller. What is this bug? So weird. Alright, we'll go ahead and end the day here. She's back.
Playtime's over, pet.
Ah, I love this time of year. The dickheads start popping up wherever you look.
What do you want, Mizora?
Drop the attitude and perk up your ears. You've got a new mission. Absolute's cult has gone and grabbed one of Zariel's assets. A devil. And a powerful one at that. They're locked up in the cult's fortress, Moonrise Towers. And you're getting him out.
Why is she all fuzzy and stuff? If this devil is so powerful, how did they manage to get captured?
Well, your playmate's wasting precious time. Let's see about getting her priorities fixed. Clause Z, Section 13. Should promised soul refuse obeyance or neglect duty, the pact holder shall cast the promised into Avernus as a lemure.
Bruh.
I'll make it simple. Will fails or refuses, and he turns to a thick blob of stink flesh and sinks to Avernus. Now, be a good boy and play fetch, pup. or you'll spend an eternity sizzling in the hells.
Mizora's words may be flippant, but they are tinged with desperation. She cannot afford for Will to fail this mission. This may be your best chance to negotiate Will out of his pact.
Cool. We'll rescue your asset on one condition.
Oh, and what condition is that?
Your mind links with Will's, drawn in by his increasing panic.
What are you doing?
Trust me, Will.
Will relaxes, and your connection fades.
Mizora will rescue this asset if you release Will from his pact.
Interesting. Now, why should I go letting my favorite pet off his leash?
Go. Apparently our highest is performance. Say you know a pact-breaking charm and chant a series of pseudo-infernal phrases. I feel like I want to pick this just for roleplay purposes. We'll go with the history one. Remember all you can about devils and their contracts. Performance one is just so gimmicky. Oh my god. Where's Shadowheart? Where's Shadowheart when we need her? One inspiration. Yep. Just lucky.
You recall an old incantation from a children's story, said to void a devil's contract. Abi diabole et nunquam redi.
Oh, I can do all of them. Abi diabole et nunquam ready. Who's laughing at us? We messed up.
I've never seen such a fearless display of sheer idiocy. Bravo! Fine. I'll play your game. But I amend the pact once the mission's done, not before. Clause F, Section 9. Soulbinder shall bestow reward or favor only upon soul bearer's fulfillment of related obligation. Now, to Moonrise, pet. And do you mind the shadows? They've been especially hungry.
Okay, can we go to sleep now? There we go. Oh wait, someone wants to speak to me. How much do you want to bet that it's Will? It is Will. Garlic also has some stuff to say. It's always an adventure when you decide to long rest, you know? Another quest line, more conversations.
The more bullshit she pours, the more of it I'm forced to swallow. Mizora set me on fiends inside and outside the hells. She's never ordered a rescue. Gods. She makes a mockery of everything the blade stands for. Such an asshole.
Any idea who this devil is that needs freeing?
Not a one. All that matters is that we free it. Fail. And I'm made a mindless blob clawing at demons on the front lines of the Blood War.
So you're bound to be a lemur no matter what?
Yes. Unless Mizora actually fulfills her promise and sets me free. I always knew what my future held, and I know I chose right. Thank you for sticking your neck out for me. I mean it. But I'm not going to celebrate till I'm actually free. I can feel Mizora scheming, plotting. She won't let me go without making a fuss, Trust me on that.
Cultists have taken your father to Moonrise Towers. Florix confirmed it.
Then we know our mission. All roads converge at Moonrise.
The Absolute Cults there is headquartered there. What do you think they want with your father?
They want violence, they want control, they want Baldur's Gate. Who better than Grand Duke Ravengard to surrender it? Who better than the commander of the Flaming Fist to dismantle its defenses? They will infect him, and the city's guardian will become its ruin, unless we put a stop to it.
Can we trust Florix?
I was 11 when the Councillor spotted and slayed an assassin who stalked father from the shadows. I was 13 when she brought word of a goblin warband advancing on Rivington. Her keen scouting saved 100 lives that day. The Councillor's loyalty to my father is beyond question. She's as steady as Tyr's heartbeat, as upstanding as the Sword Mountains. Father's at Moonrise Towers, and we need to save him.
To Moonrise, then. You can't let the Absolute take Grand Duke Ravengard.
We can't and we won't. The shadows be damned.
Sometimes I feel like it's a little immersion breaking for me to not bring companions when the area pertains to their story. So I feel like maybe for future playthroughs, maybe I won't grab all the companions, and that way, like, I don't feel compelled to talk to them and then, like, hear their input on something that they're kind of, like, not there for.
God damn it! Why did it have to be Mizora? Why did it have to be Zariel? We're supposed to risk our necks to get one of her assets? What if it's a runaway like me? Or something far worse?
You heard Mizora. This is the last thing Will has to do for her. Then he's free.
I want to believe that as much as you do. Almost as much as Will does. But I just know there will be more to the story. There always is. It's a bad idea to play games with the devil. You'd never win. Not ever.
Alright guys, now we're going to sleep. Remember to do all of our morning rituals. Go.
No time to
Shadow
die.
Heart. Warding Bond on Lizelle.
Chin up. This'll help.
And Gale needs to use his mage armor. Lizelle needs to use Tyr's Blessing or Tyr's Protection on herself. And she uses Astral Knowledge for Perception. And then when we all leave, Shadowheart's going to use the aid.
What am I to do?
So we go with this aid first. I'm going to use a level 3. So hit point maximum increased by 10. So she doesn't need to use this one. This can be used as like a heal.
Yeah. There's more where that came from.
But I wanted to use a level 3 so that way, because we're only really using
Steel.
Spirit Guardians and Glyph of Warding, but we don't really use the Glyph that much.
I wish we had a.
But I want
bloody
to
army.
I want to feel like I have more leeway to use like a healing spell. Like I could equip Prayer of Healing, and then I can use Spiritual Weapon more than
Can't
once.
give up now.
All right, so Halzen went to go ask about.
What path lies before me?
Looks like we'll be taking a little bit detour of the Selenite Resistance.
Yes, we wait.
We'll be looking for Daniel instead, since that one's a little bit easier to look for. Or rather, it's just close by. Halzen's right here.
Daniel and me are climbing up a tree.
It's true then. He's met Daniel. There's no other way he'd know that name. This is just what we needed. Well done. We need to wake him. He must know something about where to find Daniel.
Any ideas?
If he was able to escape the Shadowfell, then it mustn't have managed to consume his spirit. Well, not all of it anyway. We need to unlock whatever's left of him, inside his head. There must be something to trigger him. A word, a memory, an item. We just need to find it.
I'll see what I can do.
I don't deserve you, my friend.
Okay. Well, I thought we were gonna get something a little bit more than that, but... Wake Art Cullo. Halsin met the mysterious unconscious man and is certain he knows where Daniel is. Halsin suggested something from the man's past might help to awaken him.
Something good here, I hope.
Would we happen to have a note that he wrote? No. Oh, here we go. Assignee Art Cullo. Objective is to obtain information about current activities in Moonrise Towers and its environs. Headed by Ketheric Thorm of the Regent's Ancestral Thorm family, his orders are to take lodging in the house in the Last Light Inn, begin investigation in the local House of Healing. Okay. Okay, cool. So, looks like we'd be able to knock out 2 birds in 1 stone. Because we need to go over there for the Masons Guild in order to find the Selenite Resistance. And then we need to go over here to investigate. Okay, investigate the House of Healing. Perfect.
Jaheira wants to know about supplies.
We only need to remove the shadow curse for I guess story purposes now, because we're completely immune to it with the Pixie Blessing and the Blessing of Selûne. Just go. Make a save just in case. Done a lot of stuff already. To House of Healing. So on the date that I'm recording this, which is the 21st 3rd of September, Cyberpunk just came out, or not Cyberpunk, but the expansion, the 2.0 update came out. So I'll probably be playing that at some point. We are really blessed. I think I mentioned this at the end of our...
There was a battle here once. A large one.
At the end of Act 1. I was talking about how... I think I asked you guys the question of what is your game of the year? And it really is like a crazy year for gaming. One of my friends was saying like, oh man, like you say this every single year. But this year really has been. I mean, the proof has been in all the games that it's released. There's been so many good games. Hogwarts Legacy, Jedi Survivor, Baldur's Gate 3, Tears of the Kingdom, Starfield. We got Spider-Man coming out. It's been a great year. Cyberpunk update. Yeah, it looks like we just got a Yankee slate. Give this to oh, what the heck is this? Oh, is this how it works? Okay, so it pops up and then you can read it. The map has been etched onto the intricate disc. The Risen Road winds through a mountain pass. Within the hills is nestled a sizable temple. Within the temple, the Githyanki people have established a stronghold. The pictographs reveal their mission to retrieve a polyhedric relic on behalf of the Githyanki queen.
A map to a Githyanki crash. I'll
cure is nestled in the mountains. The further we sink into shadow, the further the crash. We must take to my people. They are our only means of cleansing. Pursue this path further, and I will go alone if I have to.
Okay, that sounded pretty, that was a strong statement. She seemed pretty sure about that. So if we go this way, does she just, like, ditch us?
Crates and caravans. The
Why
town
did it
toll
just
house,
auto-save?
surely.
There might be something useful in
I don't want to take the detour over there. That's why. Like, I want to at least finish, like, the Daniel quest, you know what I mean? Want to at least go over here, finish the Daniel quest, explore this area over here, and then we can go and go to the Genki crush. Oh, okay, yeah, I did. I thought I forgot to cast aid. Did not. Someone's hiding over here. Hey, you.
Tread carefully. You are still necessary.
What's that smell? Sulfur? Bizarre.
Okay, we made it to the Mason's Guild.
See that symbol on the ground? This was a Mason's Guild.
I think I'm...
Corpses on display. Perhaps someone didn't appreciate the Mason's stonework.
I think I'm a little bit more invested in the Nathaniel storyline, because if we can get rid of the Shadow Curse...
I don't need any attention right now.
Okay, so let's put... If we can get rid of the Shadow Curse, then...
Can't afford any mistakes.
I don't know, it sounds more fun to me to do that, so... I don't think there's really any reason to do it. I mean, except maybe the fact that maybe these Harpers and stuff will be cured. I wonder... You know what I wonder, actually? Is if we somehow take down the Shadow Curse, will these Harpers be saved? Because I've killed these guys before in my other playthrough with my friends. I'm kind of curious if it will. I think we're gonna try to do that. So, I mean, they don't have names, so I don't know.
What's next, I
But
wonder?
it doesn't hurt to try. We could be potentially missing out on a little bit of battle XP, but I don't think it's that crazy.
Just hurry this along. Let's go. Let's not get caught off guard. Don't waste a step. Let's see what you're hiding.
Hopefully this is not a battle, because if we get into battle, then these guys will most likely see us.
Hey! I know you! You're... Twist 'em up! Isn't that Arabella? The little girl Corgan nearly killed.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. I was wondering who it was.
Sorry. It knocks the wind right out of me.
It's a powerful spell. Where did you learn to do that?
That druid idol I took? It changed me. I can do all sorts of stuff now, not just the vines. I think real hard and say some loud words and then it happens. Mostly.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, I think she made... It looked like she, like, made a deal with the devil. What are you doing out here? It's not safe.
I was looking for Mum and Pops. When Zevlor... When he... Well... There was an ambush. Mum yelled, "Run!" So we ran. I could hear him running behind me. Till I couldn't. Still can't find him. But I bet you can. You'll help me, I just know it.
I'll find your parents. You can count on me.
Thanks, miss. I knew you'd help me again. The vines won't last forever. I don't suppose I can stay with you. Just till you find Mum and Pops. I won't be any trouble, I swear it.
Of course, you can stay in my camp.
Oh, thanks. You're the best. So you send Mum and Pops there. I'll be waiting, hero lady.
I feel like it's
Very
a bit
well.
safer for her to be there.
Soft in a whisper. Out of sight, out of mind. Still in shadow.
Just hit them. Bro, he can attack while he's... That's so cringe.
Still breathing, despite
That's so
everything.
annoying.
Don't waste a step.
You sense a matriarch's flush of pride. She will soon be a grandmother, and the child will bear her name. Maldred.
This place is kind of creepy. I don't know if I've told you guys this before, but I'm like a big baby when it comes to scary stuff. It's not gonna be a problem in this game, so. Something like if it's a like actual horror game, like first person, maybe sometimes in third person, but first person stuff. Oh, interesting. Well, this will be kind of cool. Yep. So this is the receiver one. So that way we don't have to waste spell slot on Hoarding Bond.
Right tool will do the trick.
Very nice. I didn't react just because I was just thinking that I've talked about this friend a few times in this playthrough, but I just think it's so freaking funny every time I hit a nat 20 because he does not get a lot of them. He gets a lot of nat ones.
Better not be cursed.
Okay. We got the diary. The moment is nigh, war has been brewing, and now it overflows. When Ketheric turned us towards Shar, I followed him, in appearance, if not in heart. This is my home, and I would not be removed from it, no matter what. I watched at a distance as the darkness here grew, as Ketheric's grief brought him farther and farther from life itself. As he gathered his army, I prayed for his defeat, as the Harpers march upon our little beautiful village. I can only hope Ketheric will be felled at last, and Rithwin can begin to heal from this nightmare. Rithwin, maybe? Okay, how do we get in? I want to look for that other skeleton, like the matching ring. There's a vendor in here, bro? What? Mira, lock. That guy's dead. bodies first. Ask questions later.
That corpse. It's Arabella's mother.
Oh, that's freaking depressing.
Don't call the doctor yet. I've got potions, sutures. I know I can do this. Oh, you're a patient. This is the children's ward. Triage is back that way.
Why are you treating a dead body?
Not dead. Merely medicated. To ease the pain.
Sleight of hand, give the corpse a little poke. Going over 20 every time is really nice.
I see movement. The patient's awake.
Bro, you can't see anything with that on.
Can you hear me?
That's sorted. Might I purchase some
Not
supplies?
much left now, but you're welcome to look.
Okay, dude, she's kind of creepy. This thing. We'll just take your food and all your potions. And you can have this dagger. Did we read this diary? When did we get this?
Now, if you'll excuse...
I don't think we read that diary. In the 5th year of our union, we faced the biggest hurdle yet. My parents became quite ill and became the caretakers. It was a dark and difficult time, full of emergencies. Okay. I don't even know where we got that, to be honest with you.
No traps, please.
Well, it's kind of sad that Arabella's parents are dead.
But that will
Silver
fit in my
tray.
bag.
A violin. How much is it worth? Pick it up. $14. Bum, 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 bum. The soundtrack in this game is so freaking good. It's very memorable. And even though the theme is repeated a lot, it's a good theme. It's very singable. Some people might disagree, but I think that soundtrack is a huge part of the quality of a game. And I think that's something that's very important about the soundtrack, is that it has to be hummable. It has to be memorable in some way. I think it's not very good if like people will just be like, oh yeah, like the soundtrack was good, but then you can't, you know, hum any part of it. But you know, maybe some people won't agree with me. Oh, a Thorm. So part of Thorm's family. Oh, right. They said that Thorm's family kind of ruled over this area, right? So, memorandum: all Wreath. I'm going to say Wreath. All Wreathwind House of Healing medical personnel from Malice Thorm, head surgeon. It has come to my attention that our so-called caregivers are wasting precious anesthetic resources on the elderly and the mortally wounded. Nurse Lidwin informs me this practice eases the suffering of the feeble and guides them to Our Lady's final embrace. Never have I heard such abject nonsense. Anesthetic is not a tool to relieve my ears and my subject screams as I apply the blade. Not a mercy. Oh, it is a tool to relieve my ears of my subject screams. Not a mercy to be freely dispersed to living corpses. So has saith Shar. Only in the infirm suffering may we forget our own. Only in the infirm suffering may we forget our own. The next to ignore this missive will feel my scalpel without sedative. I will simply have to endure the shrieks. That's kind of crazy. I feel like all the forms are crazy. Sister Cinda. Patient's registry. Okay, so there's just a bunch of these creepy ladies standing around. Exhaustive list every patient, minor and common diseases. Unbound scrolls have slid among the final pages, demanding that healers turn away wounded Harpers and Selenites and reserve their tonics for wounded Dark Justiciars. I don't think I'm really understanding, because I feel like, aren't the Selenites and the Dark Justiciars like the Sharns at war? Maybe I'm a little confused as to what's going on. And if these people work under Thorm, then like why would they see Selenites? Unless like, you know, it's like a medical thing. Like, oh, we have to see every patient.
Here to see the doctor? Are we poorly? Are we desperately poorly? Oh, not so well. But well enough to wait. Join the line, and you will be seen.
Fine, fine, I'll get in line.
Be patient, be well.
These guys don't know what time they're in.
You're not sick. Oh, not so well. But well enough to wait. Join the line, and you will be seen.
It doesn't like us going that way. I don't have time to wait. I need to see the doctor right now.
Yes, yes, but all must wait. The doctor's hands are full. Join the line. You will be seen.
I'm no patient. Your surgeon heard I have the steadiest hand this side of Faerun. Boom. Oh, look at the threes.
Oh, an answer to our prayers. Down to the theater. Be swift. Be saved.
So we are in the House of Healing right now. We have to investigate it. Okay. Let's make a save here. House of Healing. Yeah, that's fine. That. Sorry. I wonder whether the lore. Books. Potions. We got lots of potions now, right? Let's share the love. Urgent request for supplies. Sister Lidwin, Darkcloak, Wreathwin, House of Healing. Dear sir and madam, we have reached dire times in Wreathwin. War has come. Do not teach that it is our duty to mend all who break, comfort all who ail, without regard for the gods they worship or the champions they heed. That's why they're healing them. Yet our surgeon Malus Thorm abides by his own creed. The will of Shar, he might say, and I dare not argue with him, or any Thorm. He allows supplies to dwindle, leaves some patients' injuries to fester, so he may study and commands me to nurse only Dark Justiciars that seek treatment. I beg you, sir and madame, please deliver us aid, so I might close every tear, and cleanse every wound, even those of Harpers and Selenites. We will humbly accept all you can offer: potions, herbs, sutures, even clerics. Help us to heal. So Miss Lidwin over here is a very nice lady. Before we go through those doors, we're gonna see what's up here. Potion of invisibility. Bird's nest. Looks like stuff over here. Nope, no. No. Go. Wow, look at that. They can all follow. Click. Click. What is this for? If you have like a really bad strength, you can't jump. Here, just a bunch of books. Death and Divinity, or a chest. Pig's head. Okay. Oh. Speaking of that ones. We only have 2 more inspirations. This pig's head. Armor. It's just called armor. It's kind of weird. There's yet another chest over here. Ooh. We're making some pretty good bank. I guess Gale has 0 money actually, so I don't know, 6,000 still doesn't seem like I can buy whatever I want. Well, I can buy 1 of whatever I want, but I can't buy like everything.
The lions will watch.
What am I hearing? Grand Mausoleum.
So many justices fallen in battle. Their source must be nearby.
Tell Arabella about her parents. That's so sad. Find Zevlor. Something happened with Zevlor and the Tieflings out in the darkness. Something bad. And it sounds like the Tieflings blame him for it. We should find out more. We discovered a Githyanki map pointing towards a Githyanki crescent in the mountains. Reached the ancient temple. A great many Justiciars seem to have perished while fighting near the graveyard. We must be drawing close to the place Shadowheart wishes to find. Crafting materials. Grave.
Something over there.
Selenite Road. Okay, so this is Selenite Grave. Oh. Cutscene.
Our hero thought but of treasure ahead, did not consider the peace of the dead. Through the dark he went creeping, and awoke what was sleeping. A new grave they dug, which he himself fed.
How long have you been standing around practicing that little recital?
Until it was perfect. I've grown quite fond of you, you know, in my way. I thought it only fair to warn you about the dangers ahead.
What dangers are those?
Oh, we both know they are soon to be revealed. It would be pointless of me to try to bar you from entering. But I can set the scene, as it were. Prepare you for your role.
Just cut to the chase, will you?
I already did. If, through the dark, you go creeping and awake what is sleeping, chances are many more graves than yours alone will soon be fed.
Spell it out.
Very well. There is a creature that lurks in silence and shadow. A creature who, like me, is very much of the infernal persuasion. Should it make its way out through the very doors you are about to brazenly swing open, you'll have unleashed a pestilence upon this realm. In truth, it is carnage incarnate. So if you meet the devil of which I speak, kill it. Consider no other course of action.
Oh, baby. You're still only telling me half of what you really know. I can tell. What on earth is that roll? Okay.
This creature and I go back a long way. I admit it would be in my best interest as well should it remain trapped in the dark. Or misplace its head, perhaps? I should not relish its reacquaintance. Let's leave it at that.
Dude, Raphael, we have so many side quests, man, okay? You're gonna add to them. I always knew you were a coward at heart.
Listen here, Pipsqueak.
He's mad.
Do not underestimate this opponent. At best, you will have the blink of an eye to strike. Strike first, strike true, defy the odds, for they are distinctly in its favor. That much I owe the bastard to concede. After all, if there is one rule I hold dear, it's that one must always give the devil his due.
Yeah, bro.
Best get going.
Alright, well anyway, I really wanted to loot this wooden chest that has gold in it. So. We are desecrating the dead. Or the graves.
Dark justiciars who fell long ago in service of Shah and Ketheric Thorn.
Let's see what he has to say. Shadow Curse Lands, what they call this. Kill Raphael's old enemy. Raphael tells us of a nemesis of his who lurks in the depths beneath the mausoleum. Evidently, we should try to deal with this old enemy. We're not going to do that. We're going to go back to the House of Healing, actually.
Have to keep going.
Through the ceiling, and then we'll take the elevator down. But yeah. We'll finish up the House of Healing in the next episode. Probably, actually. So, I did notice that there were NPCs down here, both on the mini-map, and then I've seen them. But we'll go ahead and call the episode here, and then next episode we'll go down there and talk to them. I assume it's the doctor. Somehow, everyone is still alive after 100 years. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a fantastic day.